way back, a couple years ago, you would see stuff like Void, because Void was able to just kill the AM solo, right? You go in your sphere, you have like good items, you just kill him, as long as your farm is kind of comparable. You don't have to be ahead of him, you just have to have like not too much less. And then the third way is like, you pick a hard counter, or you push. So a hard counter would be Bloodseeker, because no matter what stage in the game you're at, you'll never be able to out-blink Rupture range. It's not like Queen, for example. Queen's the only hero in the game who can actually blink and avoid Rupture damage.
Yes, yeah.
But AM will just take the damage every single time. So that's like a hard counter, and then early pushing. Obviously, AM is not good against fighting 5 versus 5 in the very early stage. So if you want to try to do like some kind of push strategy, take all the map control away from the AM, and actually, more often than not with those strategies, you actually just ignore the AM completely in lane, and then you just have like this 5-man death ball, and then you just like, you just push all the towers. So there's a lot of ways.
Indeed. The bans so far are banning out the Shadow Fiend. I like that because they picked up the Earthshaker Na'Vi, and once you've got that hero, it kind of says, we want to secure the mid lane for a farming-orientated hero like Shadow Fiend, which is going to kind of have to pull like the supports like Dazzle between the safe lane and the mid lane. And when you've got an anti-mage, as you said, you need to keep that guy safe. So taking out the SF, taking it away from Dendi. Na'Vi in return, they ban out the Wyvern. Quite a common pairing that hero sometimes teams want to get with the Dazzle. It works ever so nicely. And Spirit Breaker is going to be taken away from Funnick there, Cloud9.
No disables right now on Cloud9, at least not like a hard stun. You obviously have the many stun from Mana Void, but that's not really enough. You want some heroes who can actually stop the Spirit Breaker from going in. But looking at the first two from each team, I'm kind of thinking that Na'Vi will take a page out of LGD's book and probably end up just rotating this Leshrac to a support capacity, because it's very...
It's going to be the because of the anti-mage?
Yeah, it's very dangerous having like a core position Leshrac against AM.
Okay.
Because everything that you build gives you more mana. And the more mana you have, the more mana you're going to be using to deal damage in team fights, which means you actually turn into like a nuclear bomb. Like if you have like no mana and you have Bloodstone, Octarine, whatever, like Shivas, if you get mana voided, your whole team dies. Like you take way too much damage. So it could be that. You could just as easily put it mid anyway, like if they're feeling confident, or they could play it as a position 1. So Na'Vi are a team who can actually run it in all 3 roles, and after having seen the Gyro, a couple of things could happen. They could aggro with Gyro, Lesh, Shaker. They could put the Lesh mid, or they could just do like a... Actually, would they do dual lanes? I'm kind of thinking dual lanes might not be that good here. Yeah, actually, there's pretty much only 2 ways. So they're either going to put it in mid, or they're going to have it be support. I don't think it'll be a core.
Yeah, no, with the Gyro.
Like, not position 1.
It's got to be a Vorce Gyro, hasn't it? Yeah. They'll almost expect to see that.
But does Dendi play Lesh much? I know it's not one of those heroes
it's more
that's
a
like...
Vorce hero, isn't it?
Yeah, it's...
So it's probably going to be... I think because of the anti-mage reason, as you said.
Yeah.
Taking it a step back and putting it in that support position. Lina is going to be picked up here by Cloud9. So with the Dazzle and Visage already in the game, that's going to be your mid far to Lina.
Yeah, I like Lina mid. It's very, very solid. Does well against most matchups. If it does end up being the Lesh mid, even like Lina will do okay. Because you can sit very far back, especially since you have like that 670 attack range, I think it is, or 675 or something like that. And then you also have the Dragon Slave that you can cast from pretty much anywhere. It's about as ridiculous range as Lightning Storm is right now. And Lightning Storm is pretty much the main reason why a lot of people consider that hero to be extremely potent. But Na'Vi is still looking at potentially an offlaner. I wouldn't hate to see something like Darkseer, because there's no disables in the safe lane of Cloud9 right now.
Darkseer would be... I mean, it combos so nicely with the entirety of that lineup, doesn't it?
Yeah, he'd get a lot done. And plus, everything is AoE on Na'Vi, so you could go for like the ultimate combo. It's very common that Darkseer is just banned in the second phase, but Cloud9 were really scared of having to deal with like SB for the same reasons that Darkseer would be good, except SB is good at forcing fights where Darkseer just gets a lot out of his lane. So it's a bit different in terms of functionality, but for now, Na'Vi is still taking their time thinking about what they want to do, and they will need another support on top of it. They could even go for like SD. SD is notorious for being super good against AM at pretty much every stage in the game. They could also go Lion if they want to get that extra disable in.
Yeah, there's definitely the opportunity.
It's just going to be Bane again. Okay.
So I think, unless it is still going to be this core Leshrac somehow, if they wanted to put Dendi on it in the mid lane, it's looking to maybe be potentially a Funnick Shaker off lane.
Yeah. I am inclined to agree that it's probably just going to be Funnick Shaker. Saneko plays a really good Shaker, though.
He does.
He plays a really good everything.
To be fair, Artstar plays a good Shaker as well. I think we saw in Dream League sometimes. They did switch it around.
Yeah.
So Cloud9, they ban out...
Oh, they think it's position 1 Lesh.
Or mid-Lesh.
Or mid-Lesh, yeah.
Mid-Lesh. It's going to be interesting to see what Na'Vi do want to pull out the bag here. With the final ban here as well, looking at Cloud9's lineup, it's a little bit more you can kind of anticipate what they're going to do in terms of the lane. So almost certainly still looking for that Bone 7 off-lane hero.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll pick Bat again.
I did play earlier today. They lost that game, didn't they? That was, well, yeah, because they were.
Yeah, they did lose, but I don't think it was because of the Bat. I think Bat's still very good, and Bone 7 is obviously one of like the better Bat players that you're going to run into. Or maybe they take Darkseer away from Navi. I think it could still end up working out pretty well for them.
Let's see what they do decide to opt for here. I mean, so with the kind of lineup that Cloud9 have, picking up the Visage and the Dazzle, is that just a very good kind of trialing to have to protect and create space for EE on the anti-mage?
It is good at protecting because both of these heroes actually deal quite a bit of damage. Like Dazzle's auto attack and early game base damage are pretty good. Visage doesn't really have good armor, but Grave Chill is like, you can't trade against it, right? Because I think it's 32% attack speed and movement speed that you just lose. So if you get that cast on you and the Dazzle's nearby, you kind of just take like a ton of right clicks and then you have to back off. But Cloud9, what offlaner are they going to go for? They actually have Tusk available.
Actually, that's a good point. Tusk hasn't been touched at all this draft.
I don't know if Tusk is good here for them.
Well, picking it into a Shaker, less Raptor.
Yeah, it's like a super risky team to play Tusk against. Because if you go in and you mess up, you're pretty much just dead.
What about the Puck again?
Legion Commander.
Yeah, Puck is,
it's the Bone 7 LC.
Okay.
Nice.
I like it. I think LC is actually underrated. I think the fact that you can remove like disables and such, not a lot of heroes can do that, right? It's pretty much just Abaddon and Legion. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is a very...
Like, even Repel doesn't actually remove a disable if it's already on you. It only makes you immune to anything that comes after the Repel is cast. So being able to use, like, press the attack on somebody who gets, like, fissured, or you know they're going to get lightninged into a follow-up stun, you can time your press the attack in a way that you just get out of that combo, and it makes you very, very safe.
At the same time, though, you are picking up against a lineup that's got a Bane, so the Nightmare potentially going to be an issue if you want to try and disrupt the duels. At least until you've got the BKB, which they'll, I'm sure we'll see Bone 7 get pretty early. I mean, the games that I've seen him play LC before, he normally does pretty well. He gets a good timing. He can make a lot happen around the map. We'll see what Na'Vi pick up last. It's going to be the Centaur. We are towards, so it's going to be Dendi, Leshrac, I'd imagine. And yeah, Funnick on the Centaur. So your two supports this game for Na'Vi will be potentially Snako on the Shaker, I'd imagine, Art Style again on the Bane. Yeah,
that's my guess as well. I really like the Centaur, actually.
Yeah.
I think that Stampede is amazing utility against Cloud9, who really don't have a whole lot of escape. Like Dazzle, Visage, Lina, Legion Commander, these are heroes that don't have mobility. Sure, Envy, he's probably not super concerned about a lot of these heroes. I would assume that during the mid-game, Na'Vi are going to be doing pretty much what they did in Game 1. They want to fight. So they have a timing. Like, Funnick gets Blink. And then you get your Shaker Blink. You obviously go for, like, your Bloodstone on Leshrac and whatnot, and then you just try to take team fights based on that. So I'm looking to see probably another action-packed game here from both teams.
This is going to be a lot of fun indeed. And as you said with the Centaur, also nice against to line up with Legion in the sense that be very careful, because if the Stampede from the entirety of the team, they're going to be there to back up the pick-off. It's going to be very hard to find people on their own that you're going to be able to safely take down. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the second game in this series between Cloud9 and Na'Vi. Looks like we've got a bit of a bug here, apparently. Oh, okay. He can't pick his hero. He's picked it now. Yeah, it's a hard game. Game is hard.
Maybe his mouse like freaked out or something. Who knows?
He's in now. It's all right. We're all good. But lane-wise, I guess looking at the both sides, pretty much what we've kind of come to expect. It's going to be, Snako Shaker. Very nice indeed. We know that this man can certainly come out with some spectacular Echo Slams.
He's really good on all positional heroes. So like Shaker, Winter Wyvern, for example, like those are the two in the forefront that you think of and you go, oh yeah, Snako plays phenomenal on both of them. Anytime he can sit in the back and kind of just wait for his moment, those are the heroes that I feel like he really shines on. And like you mentioned too, his awareness during team fights is ridiculous. Like he knows exactly when he needs to go, he knows who he needs to go on, and he knows like his limits are endless on these heroes. So really looking forward to seeing what he can bring on the Shaker this game. And I'm hoping that at the very least we see a game that's even half as exciting as the game number 1. Because if it got to a point where we were talking about like 30 minutes in, and suddenly it felt like maybe Cloud9 aren't really doing so hot, and then they managed to get a couple of really nice turnarounds. So looking forward to another action-style game.
Let's see if we see anything kick off here at the start. Big Daddy moving in onto Artstar. Oh, Big Daddy goes straight to taking the tank of the Lightning Storm. Now the Fisher. Big Daddy caught on the wrong side. That's your first blood. Force takes the kill, bringing down Big Daddy here on the Visage. And well, that did not go as intended for the side of Cloud9. Bottom lane. And Phoenix, oh, he's actually going to be able to snag himself the bounty rune there as well. So first blood for Na'Vi and both bounty runes as well.
Good luck, XD. Yep. The good luck, have fun after you already get the first blood call. Obviously, both these teams have a very high level of respect for each other, and they're all friends, so no real BMing going on. It's just a little bit unfortunate for No-Tail that he actually walked in there and died like that. And as the looks of things, there's going to be a dual off lane here coming in from Cloud9, and the Shaker is actually rotating mid, so aggressive lane coming out here once again from Na'Vi. They're going to be looking to shut down the AM farm, and this lane is like... This is a struggle for AM. Like, you can't really
mid
trade
lane
with
Fisher on Safada with the follow-up stun as well. They're going to be able to find this, and they certainly do. Second kill for Na'Vi as Seneko. We're talking about his positioning, and perfectly done there with the wraparound. Top lane though, Vorst is left on his own here against these two.
Yeah, but I don't think it's really... It's kind of bad, but I feel like Gyrocopter actually offers more at an earlier stage in the game in terms of like being able to like TP counter gank. If you get some experience and at the very least you get to level 6, you can still utilize things like call down. Whereas AM absolutely needs the farm, and Havos needs to be careful.
He's trying to bait here because of the wraparound coming in from Seneko. Maybe they can find something here. Arstar's got a brain sap as well. They should have the damage to bring down Big Daddy here. Looking for the Fisher. There it is. Big Daddy caught in the corner. The Fisher doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter because Havos moves in with the Rocket Barrage, finds himself another kill. Na'Vi racking up the kills here on the scoreboard. And, wow, so far, the lane's looking pretty tasty for them. E on this bottom lane, blinking forward onto Funnick. Misery with the wrap round. Maybe Cloud9 can try and get themselves on the board. Funnick does not have the mana for the stun in there with a heal bomb. The final slap from Envy with his blades. And Teammates gets himself a kill.
That was really nicely done from Cloud9. I like the fact that they actually left him at full mana for a really long time. So typically what happens when you're playing a hero like Centaur, who has a ton of HP, but very, very bad int, is that the AM will not be able to deal as much damage in a kill scenario if you're already out of mana, because mana break deals damage based on 60% of the mana burn.
Seneko. He wants to wrap around every time. They want to dive this. Fisher's going to get Big Daddy. Oh, he's not quite trapped, but I think he still might be in trouble. Trying to do this one around with the soul assumption is not enough. Oh, maybe the heal from Vote 7. No, he still goes down. Again, Seneko with these rotations, catching out Cloud9 for what's the third time this game. Fantastic stuff from the Shaker, and a reason why we sometimes do see teams ban it out against Na'Vi.
Interestingly enough, Havos mentioned in an interview recently that Seneko is the best player that he's ever played with. Those were his words. And I mean, after watching the guy play, it's kind of hard to argue, right? Like, he has just been everywhere, all over the map, just
look at this.
Winning all of the lanes for his team. Like, the only lane that's not winning right now is bottom.
If Fada crosses this green line, I tell you, he's in trouble.
And middle lane is hot lava right now. Fata does not want to get caught out. And he realizes the Shaker's MIA.
He's over it. Yeah, he is indeed playing very safe. Just keeping himself on the right side. If he goes for the block here, though, which he's certainly going to go for, Seneko might be there. Then he's just got to move forward, and here we go. If he can get the Fisher, there's the Fisher. Just catching the big find the stun. Oh, I can't quite find the stun, Dendy. Can't quite get the combo there in that situation. But again, Seneko causing havoc across the map.
What do you do when you have this kind of roam? Because Dazzle and Visage, they're not the types of heroes who can really roam and have this similar of an impact, right? Like, you're not going to get fissure blocked and feel like you're going to die if you're just ganking as a Dazzle or you're ganking even as a Visage. And honestly, Cloud9, they've put their lanes in a way that they actually don't want to rotate. They actually just want the Visage to hit 6, and they want the Dazzle to be able to pull, get some experience in gold. So the way that Cloud9 are playing it is a little bit more greedy. Whereas Na'Vi are going for the kills, they realize that we have the damage in the early game and the disable to be able to just go for the straight up damage and just try to kill lanes themselves. And if they're not careful,
Seneko.
Cloud9 could be dying here again in top lane.
Just on the tip of the Fisher. Big Daddy slightly forward, but no, Artstar isn't close enough. Seneko unable to find anything there with that bit of rotation. Bottom lane, Housy's farm looking, he's on 20 CS at the moment. Slightly ahead of the Gyro. Oh, Artstar needs to be careful. Big Daddy here with the slow, moving in as well. Just forcing back the Bane. Nothing more is going to come out of this one. Farter, he's having to look towards the camps here. by the looks of it. Is he going to hang around to look for the stack? It's going to be a bit of time that he's kind of sitting out of lane for this one. And Dendy so far in the mid lane certainly having a favorable time. Top lane, let's see what they can do this time. Rocket Barrage from Force moving in on Big Daddy. They have lost the base. Snake moving forward, hasn't got the cooldown available for the second, but it doesn't matter. Force finds the kill. Now the rotation from Misery coming to help out Bone 7. They're looking for the kill onto Force, but now the one charges, he's going to be able to get himself away. No, he does go down. So this time Navi losing 2 in the top lane, only finding 1 in return. So that is a trade that Cloud9 will finally be happy with.
I gotta say though, Cloud9, they've lost a couple of heroes, but Bone 7's still farming pretty well. Like it's 18-5 now. Actually, it got more than that compared to the 19-3.
Can they find Seneko here as well?
He's so fast.
Like the Soul Assumption. The nuke damage is too much, and now suddenly with these rotations, top lane's getting a little bit crushed.
Honestly, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to fight against that. Like, as Shaker, if you don't get the block and a gyro's not there for the damage output, you really can't do much of anything. And not really many people pick LC in the first place, so it's very hard to get a real good gauge of what the hero is capable of, and he just basically got wrapped.
Wow, the Nightmare and the Courier hit, but he's not got nearly enough damage here. There's going to be CPs coming in as well. Dandy's looking for Fada, he's going to try for it. Misses the stun though. Fada getting healed up, it doesn't matter, that's 1 kill. Bone 7's actually teamed himself, and now with Seneko wrapping around with the Enchant Totem and the Slap. It's a double kill for Seneko on the Shaker, in the right place at the right time, and that is a rotation that they committed the Bone 7 Legion to, forcing it to leave his lane. And as we were saying, he was having a good old time up there, so he is not going to be happy with that movement.
Well, I can understand the idea of wanting to save your mid player. Like, that part makes sense to me. Like, you see the stun come out, you just heal him and bottom. Funnick taking a bit of damage here.
He's got fairly tanky.
He's got the juke shoes on, though. I think he might still be dead. NBC.
Just trying to create some type of mid lane. Time and space, because Dendy and Seneko yet again, they get Vata. Varnick does go down, so it is another trade. But honestly, Seneko, how many kills has he been involved in this game? 7 of the 8 on this Earthshaker.
His kill contribution is off the scales. And the thing is, he's also managed to find time to stack between him being involved in every single one of the kills, pretty much outside of 1 for his team. So this guy is just an absolute beast. He's having a phenomenal game once again. But we also have to consider that Envy's got 2 kills right now. He's got Treads, he's working his way towards Perseverance, he's already got the Ring of Health. So his early game, it's not really being stunted too much, and he's pulling ahead in farm.
Top lane, Artstyle here with the Nightmare to Bone 7, no Force with the cooldown, he's got a Rocket Barrage available as well. Here we go, can they bring down Bone 7, the Fisher from Seneko from downtown, holding him in place, Seneko moving in, he's got an Enchant Totem as well. Seneko, again with the rotations, can they kill Bone 7? Bone 7 trying to juke this one out to the sideline, Soul Assumption, bringing Artstyle low, and then finally Bone 7 will bring down the bait. Seneko is trying to do it, he's like, guys, I need some kind of backup. And Force says, I want to come in with the Soul Assumption, the right click, it kills the Force. Bone 7 took in the tree, Seneko's like, I just want to kill this man. There's going to be the duel in from Bone 7. Is anyone going to die? Seneko's still alive. No!
Oh my God!
What? This Earthshaker, this man, he does go down. Dendy now with the rotation will be able to clear out Big Daddy No-Tail as well. Navi do lose the gyro and Seneko, but this man, I can't quite believe what we're seeing on this Earthshaker.
He dueled too early, man. He just dueled too early. If he had waited like maybe even 3 more seconds to duel, I think it would have been a little bit different, but it's hard to say. The enchant came off cooldown, the duel ended, he just didn't really have enough damage because No-Tail was out of mana. He couldn't Soul Assumption or anything like that. That was heartbreaking to watch. Like, I can see that situation, and Bone 7's feeling very confident. It's like, okay, I'm not going to die, actually. But maybe he thought the enchant was going to come out sooner, and Bone 7 again, top lane.
Let's have a look what's going on. Bone 7, he's going to throw his life away there as Dendy now in a killing spree picks that one up. And it is 8-11 at the moment on the board. Seneko's moving in. He has got this Fisher available. And Big Daddy keeping himself right back in this situation. And Seneko, Dendy, and Havorce will simply start to push down on this tier 1 in the top lane.
Well, this whole time, Iisama.
How's his farm looking?
He's going to need our energy, I think.
He's going to need a lot of energy, and he's doing very well for himself. Top lane, the birds. Big Daddy trying to do what he can to hold down this push. He will lose one of them here. Hasn't got a resummon as well. In fact, that was just off the back of a resummon. Yep. So he's going to have that single bird for a good 2 minutes now. And Lina, oh, sorry. Mid lane, Artstyle was trying to find the levels. I'd imagine that was the quick old looking to play bottom lane. Funnick moving in with Dendy here with a Stampede. Should be able to find Misery. There's no TP for you, my friend. Funnick wants to try and fight it, but he can't. Misery with the heal's going to keep himself alive here. Envy did mana void Dendy, but it wasn't enough. Dendy on the retreat. Funnick now trying to duke this one out through the tree line. Should be okay and will be indeed able to get himself back behind that tier 1. So no one dying here on the bottom lane.
That was a really weird mana void. Maybe he just threw it out because he didn't want Denny to come back into the team fight.
Envy, blinking forward. He's going to have to blink himself back out. Arstyle's actually, Arstyle's got a Fiend's Grip as well. I think Envy's almost certainly dead, yeah. There goes the Fiend's Grip.
No, the TP got cancelled.
The TP was cancelled. Funny, does he have enough for a stomp? No, he doesn't. Gyro. He was a little bit low. Maybe they can find the kill anyway. Envy, of course, doesn't have the mana to blink away here. He's going to try and give it the old rundown, get himself out, and he's actually going to live because of that. I believe it was a force coming in that cancelled the TP.
Yeah, he was too low to TP. He thought that he would probably just end up dying or something. I'm not sure, but that was... what an awkward exchange these games have been. It just seems like maybe both teams are just super nervous, which is understandable, right? But there's a lot of really weird plays going on.
There certainly is indeed. Bone7 putting some pressure on the top tier. Dendi smoked up with his fellow, with his pal, Seneko. Seneko, what's he going to achieve here? Moving towards the bottom lane, we've got both Misery here on the Dazzle. EE hanging about as well. They're not actually going to look for that. They're going to wrap toward the mid lane here. Farto on the Lina seems to be the target. And oh, that's not the way you want to walk, son. Here we go. 1-2, Stunaroo. Dendi dominating. And again, the couple find themselves a kill. Bottom lane. Things going down a little bit. Funny just with the Hoof Stomp onto EE. But again, Seneko involved in all these bits of action. Top lane still left free for Bone7. He's sitting on 700 gold now on top of the treads. And actually with the Robe of the Match, do you think he's going to go straight for the Blade Mail before the blink?
Blade Mail is really solid against these heroes. Like Lesh especially and Gyro. They're two heroes that are very easy to reflect damage against.
Oh, if they can find EE here, this is going to be massive. He can get off that Nightmare, which he's he's going to do it anyway. The Stills are on there. Snake's going to be able to follow through. Nowhere for EE to run. Arstyle finishing it off there with the Brain Sap, punishing this anti-mage pick.
Yeah, that was really nice. And Echo's going to be up in 20 seconds. So if they want to keep pushing, I think they can. They have 4 heroes down here bottom. And if Avos wants to TP, he can do that. But I think as soon as they see this Gyro, they go. Yeah, they're definitely going on him.
Yeah, they're going to look for the dual potential here. Bone7 moving in. Snappy's going to be popped in now with the TPs. They want to try and save Havors. And now it's Big Daddy that says, I want to get out of it. But Seneko with the Fisher, cancelling the TP. They'll find the kill onto the Visage. And Havors will live to see another day. They might even find the birds here as well. Oh, no, no, they don't find that one. But they do find the other one.
Really nice reaction from Navi, realizing that when you're showing on map and the enemy team also shows.
Here we go. They didn't find a duel top.
Get the duel.
They might find a duel bottom here. They're moving in, chasing it down. Funnick is pretty speedy, not speedy enough. Bone7 wants the duel. Mana Void bringing low. They do get the duel off this time, and that is going to be the first duel there this game, won by Bone7 there.
Plus 10. It's begun now. The damage is starting to be accumulated. But the big thing about LC is a lot of people think you need like a lot of duel wins early, and sure, that's definitely nice, but it's more about, can you actually get to your core item first? Like, can you get your blink? Can you get your blade mail up? And then you can start worrying about getting duel wins, because until that point, dueling can be very dangerous. Think about what happened top lane, about how he didn't have enough damage to kill, right? You just need to make sure that when you duel people, you know you're going to win, or at the very least, you know the hero that you're dueling is going to die. Like, those are the 2 most important things, and then the damage will come.
Bottom lane, TP's coming through. Funny moving forward. Double TP coming in from Navi. They're going to try and chase this one down at Artstyle, looking for a potential Nightmare or Fiend's Grip. Can't find the range to get it off. And Bone7 and Misery just simply backing themselves back off. How are we looking on the Battle Fury timing for EE? He is closing in on it. 700 gold towards that final sword. So still with that one pick off that they did manage to find on him in the jungle, it's going to be still a pretty damn good time on the Battle Fury.
Yeah, it's no real surprise though. Because he started out with 2 kills, right? And he's still highest CS in the game. It's 13 minutes in, he's almost at 100. Like, that's still damn good. So, I'm not really too worried about Envy's farm. It's just more a matter of what are Navi going to be able to accomplish with their heroes in the next, like, 10, 15 minutes? Because that's your window. As soon as that ends, their team is actually not really that good at killing AM unless they have mass blink initiation. Like, Funnick's going to need a blink. They're also going to need the Bane to be able to, like, Fiend's Grip onto him and such. Because even though Dendi has a lot of farm, like, he's got 14-minute Bloodstone, which is amazing. It's just, Lesh isn't really good at killing AM.
That's certainly true, but he's pretty good at killing other heroes, and they're going to try for this Navi. Seneko, Havors, and Denny moving up. Big Daddy just chilling there at the moment. Now he's going to start to move away. He knows that they're coming. TPs are coming in from the side of Cloud9. Bone7, he's going to know he's going to be able to get himself out from underneath the cooldown. It doesn't matter though. Havors, Seneko, and Denny will bring him down. Vada trying to sit around with him. Blade onto Denny now. It's such a low. Echo snap for Seneko. Blows up Sparta, and that is going to be the second hero down on Cloud9. Make that a third as Avors gets it with the Fisher block from Seneko. Once more, 3 heroes down for Cloud9, 17-10 now on the board. And
Seneco's going to have Blink and 100
this
gold.
man is indeed. I think we might as well just keep the camera on him.
I really don't see a reason to take the camera off Seneko.
Let's have a look what's going on here. They're gonna, yep, Seneko will take that. No, okay. They let that one go to Bane.
But that's Blink Dagger for Seneko as well.
15 minutes in, roaming Shaker.
Yeah, I mean...
It's good timing.
So when you roam on a hero, like this game is very... This is like the perfect storm for a Earthshaker game, right? You found a kill almost every single time you moved around the map. It doesn't always happen this way. So when people watch this game, they're like, man, roaming Shaker is actually super legit. And it is when you're Seneko and you understand like what the limits of the hero are and who you can actually kill when you land a good fissure. But a lot of the time, it's very difficult to hit this blink timing, especially when you have a Soul Ring and Tranquils and a TP on top of that. It's solely because of his kill contribution that he's able to get it this fast. Like, he's got 6 kills and 9 assists at 15 minutes. Like, he has had an incredible early game. And I'm looking at the way that like Cloud9 are dealing with it right now. Like, they're trying to counter push. They realize that they're a little bit behind, but it's not insurmountable. Like, the gold is only maybe like 1,500, 2,000 at their advantage once this tower dies. But it's kind of worrisome when your safe lane hero is kind of just like sitting around mid, and then he gets ganked, even though he just saw a team fight top and he doesn't really back in time. Like, stuff like that can really turn to bite you, because even though Lesh isn't good at killing AM, if then he gets too far ahead, he actually just becomes like a tanky god. He'll get BKB, he'll get Octarine.
Oh, here we go. Seneco's
Not again,
controlling Envy.
Oh my.
Not the place you want to be farming, son.
He just pretty much walks mid and died to it 2 times in a row.
Bottom lane, Funix just able to get off the Stampede. Fada was looking for the kill, blew the Laguna Blade for that now. He himself might be in trouble. Dendi moving in, looking to try and get this one. Fada trying to juke out the sun. Dendi's actually going to get stunned up himself here by the Light Strike Array. They're trying to set this up onto Big Daddy. It looks like they're looking for the escape here. Dendi and Artstyle don't want to stick around. TPs have been forced out from Cloud9, and they don't want to look for anything else more on the bottom lane. Towards the middle lane, though, Horse trying to chip away the tower. Bone7 coming in. Is on his own at the moment, though. And won't be able to catch a forced out this time.
Envy cannot afford to keep dying. Like, it's obvious. Like,
Snake's just bought a gem. He's got the money.
He's rich, dude. He's actually rich. Every single fight, he's just being able to get a kill, or he's just getting gold from the assist. Bone7 is in so much trouble right now. He's got blade mail. He's got blade mail.
Here we go. The cooldown's going to connect onto 2. Bone7 getting low. Horse moving in. So here comes Funny here. Misses the who stop impact. Doesn't matter. Bone7 even with the Shadow Grade doesn't matter. He still goes down. They do lose Artstyle. 1-for-1 here at the moment. Now C9 trying to for the chase down. Dendi with the Seneko slam onto 2. It's a double kill for Dendi. Now they're looking for more Funny with a who stop onto Fada. Dendi's chasing down Misery. Let's have a look at the Fada kill first. It's going to be able to turn for the round. Light Strike around to Seneko. It's a triple kill for Dendi as he was able to finish off Misery. Seneko, he's still alive. He surely doesn't live. He does go down, but he does enable them to find the kill onto Fada. It's a team wipe. The entirety of Cloud9 going down. Ultra kill for Dendi. 24-13. Let's have a look at that fight recap. And what a swing there. Still favoring the side of Navi as they get further and further in the lead against Cloud9. Look at the board drop off as well.
Look at how many Bloodstone charges Dendi has. 18 minutes in.
17. Wow.
He instantly respawns at level 15. He's level 15 at 18 minutes. That is ridiculous. Between Dendi and Seneko, their team is like ridiculously far ahead. Like, sure, Seneko died during that engagement, but he didn't actually lose the gem. He just, I think they picked it up at that.
But they did pick it up at the end. It was,
yeah,
dropped, but Dendi was there and able to secure it. And everyone was dead on Cloud9, so.
But look at how much farm Dendi has. 17 charged Bloodstone, Yules, 1,200 gold.
And I think this might be
dead again.
EE.
Envy's dead again.
Please, have mercy.
No, wait, what?
On your fans. Here we go. Oh!
Oh my
He did.
God.
He did this time. He's off into the tree line. He's going to live.
He didn't have Fiend Script. That's why.
Dendi, he might be able to find Big Daddy here if he can get the slow off. Big Daddy does have the Grave Chill. He's going to set this up with the Yules. TP coming in from Fata. That's going to be cancelled here. Just trying to scare Dendi off. So Envy does manage to escape that. A little bit of a integration there. Only just getting himself.
The problem is, like, even though he lives, he's now died 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And he has to sit in the woods for however long until he feels safe to be able to go back. And I don't know how long that's going to be, because he's got 10 seconds left on his teleport scroll. And when he teleports back, that means he get the tier 2 for free. I don't know. This is like going from having a really good start to just dying a bunch. All right, he's going to cut the wave a bit, so that's fine. cutting the wave is actually like probably the best thing he could do in the situation, just to make sure they're not
He's running
gonna...
away from Seneko. He's seen what this guy does. He does not want to be anywhere near this Earthshaker.
I don't blame him.
And Dendi and Artstar will be able to finish off the tier 2 on the bottom lane. Envy simply TPs himself back to base. Doesn't want to be a part of this at all. And as you said, I mean, the board net worth is showing for these individual heroes. It's coming up to 12k on Dendi. He's almost 5,000, sorry, about almost 4k ahead of Envy here on this anti-mage. But of course, Cloud9, being Cloud9, if they can buy themselves time, get into a 60-minute match, it is an anti-mage. And there will be a point where he is able to farm if they can keep the game and some kind of momentum going. But when they're at this point of the match, and you're looking at a deficit just rising up to 5k, it's getting harder and harder.
It's going to be very difficult to stop this push if Navi decide to try to go high ground. I mean, at the very least, they're going to kill the tier 2s, right? Like, they get Roche, they go kill tier 2s, maybe they continue to pressure. And Envy, he doesn't even have his Vlads yet. Like, this Battle Fury was done, like, 6 minutes ago. And he hasn't been able to get a single item after that. Not even an item that only costs, like, 2,300 gold. So he's farming, like, average 300 GPM the last, like, 7 or 8 minutes. With an AM that has a Battle Fury. Like, that is not good enough. Like, he needs to be able to recover. And I'm not sure who on his team is supposed to be the one to buy time for him. Because even Fata, like, yeah, he's got his Euls, he's got a point booster. But he's nowhere near as farmed as Dendi.
With this invis, he wants to make something happen. He's going to go for the Dazzle. He has backup of Seneko as well. Misery is already dead. Godlike streak now for Dendi here on the top lane. As yet another pickoff here for the Blue Horse.
I think we now know why Leshrac is not really let through that much.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I think we've gotten a pretty good picture of why this hero is banned so much. But in capable hands, I mean, Dendi is obviously a great player, so he was given a pretty good matchup. Like, it's probably still Lesh favored, like 60-40 or something like that. And he's been...
Oh, here we go. Fiend's Grip, who's done with the double edge? He's going to go down. Funnick with the kill. Another pickoff, and this is farther down with 50 seconds on the timer. No buyback in sight for the Lina.
I gotta say, Navi have been playing very well both these games. Even in game 1, oh, Envy, no way. He doesn't die here, right? Right? He doesn't die here?
It's going to be close. Where's he blink to?
Forward.
Okay, he's gone for the blink juke.
Nice.
Yeah. Smart stuff there.
I almost thought Dendi would just go like straight Hex, just like skip BKB. But it is very scary to worry about like not spending too much mana. Because if Envy blinks in, and he has even level 2 Mana Void, you're still taking almost like 1-to-1 damage in terms of how much mana you're missing versus how much the Mana Void does. So I understand why he's going back to BKB at this point.
Here we go. Envy, tier 2 will drop in the middle lane. Cloud9.
Envy's just going to start cutting waves, I think. He doesn't really have a choice.
This is where he gets his farm game on. You know, he's got the Vlads, he's got the Battle Fury. He's just got to kind of cross his fingers, hope that the rest of his team can hold off the aggression of Navi to create him space to get this farm, but I don't know if they can. Dendi leaving forward over the Euls. Onto point 7, point 7, almost getting but oh no, there's even the chance for a Shadow Gate because Funny's there. Who's come? Oh, Seneko onto Fata. That's 4 heroes down. Envy is left there all on his own, just clearing the creeps in the mid lane, but it doesn't matter because Navi, the truck, well actually maybe it does. It's no, it's kind of slowing down the push a little bit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
oh, maybe it is enough.
They don't have the damage. They don't have the damage. Yeah. The creep cutting is actually going to keep their base alive. So Envy did the right thing here, realizing he can't team fight, knowing that the only play is to try to just delay them from killing the base.
Oh, Star, he's giving it his best here though.
I mean, he's trying. He hits for a menacing like 16 damage.
We can do it. The power of teams, the power of friendship here.
Friendship, yeah, there we go.
There we go, friendship. It does no, okay, it's probably
the creeps. Yeah, the creeps bottom are taking the back door, yeah.
Rather than the power of friendship. Yeah, that's the middle set of racks down here on the side of Cloud9. Cloud9 are all back there in a couple of seconds. Not able to do anything though. No, well, how's his farm looking on top of that? Vlad's now. He's coming up to 1,900 gold. Still got a fair way to go before he's on level. I mean, Dendi, 22 Bloodstone charges, 3.6k gold in the bank.
How do you kill him? If he gets BKB, which he has enough money for right now, and he gets like 1 armor item, I think he is pretty much God mode. I don't think they could actually kill him. Like in the last game, we talked about Havos and how tanky he was. It's a relative term, like how tanky he is versus the kind of item progression that Cloud9 actually have right now. Since Fata doesn't have Aghanims, and their AM is not really super farmed, it's kind of just like how much tankiness he has relative to what the items of Cloud9 are looking like. It just doesn't really look that great at the moment.
And a man we haven't really been talking about, Funny.
Yep.
24 minutes in, he's got himself an Aghanim Scepter.
That is actually...
And that's pretty much Bone 7, you're never winning a duel again.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. It's like, if you pop that during a duel, how are you going to win?
How many duels has Bone 7? It's just that one duel.
It's just the one duel.
Just the one duel.
Yeah. Everybody gets one.
Let's see if we can get another one before this game is over. Cloud9, we know that they are the comeback kings.
Yeah, last game I really didn't think they had a chance, but they proved me wrong, so let's see if they can do it again.
So here we go. NAVI up to the high ground, onto the tier 3 as well. Worth noting, Seneko, he had the money to do so, so why not? Oh, Seneko, there we go, straight onto Bone 7 and Farder. Mystery's going to get blown up straight away by Funny. Farder, he's getting low, he's going to go down as well. GG's called. Cloud9, they can't take it anymore. Bone 7, he disconnects straight away. He was not happy with the duels, and that's it. That is it. Game 2 goes to NAVI. The series is 1-1. Both teams walking away with 1 point each. What a series, Andy.
I'm trying to think if there was any point in this game where everything just went like completely wrong. Because some games you kind of have 1 or 2 really bad team fights that just secure you the game or like lose you the game. But for this match, I feel like Cloud9, NB had a great start. Like, he was 2-0, he died 1 time, and then he died 3 more times in a row